the latest. Thank you for your love and support. I appreciate you. Oh, our brothers and sisters in South Africa have the notion that the foreigners or their black brothers and sisters who are in South Africa are the reason to which they are not having jobs, they are not having this, and their country is in a mess, they have slums and other things. But their ex-president has a message for them. According to him, we are not the problem of South Africa. And if they are looking for the people who are responsible for what they are going through, he can even give them names. Please, this is Aduba channel and you are welcome. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. On this channel, I share educational content concerning Africa and those in the diaspora and how we can reconnect to fight for the black race. A message from your ex-president to you, that if truly you are looking for the people who are responsible for what you are going through in South Africa, he can help you with their names. South Africans have failed to understand that they are chasing the wrong people. A lot of people are telling you that the people you are pushing your anger on are not your problem because they owe nothing. They don't take decisions on your behalf. How can you leave Cyril Ramaphosa, who is the president who's supposed to fix your country, and be chasing after your brothers and sisters who just came to South Africa? And sometimes when you listen to Jacinta, that they pay the taxes. Even the foreigners who are in your country, they also pay taxes.
Problem legitimately raised. Huge levels of unemployment. That's correct. High levels of crime. That's correct. But the finger is being pointed at wrong people. The levels of high unemployment in this country are not due. They are not due to undocumented Africans. They are not. We know the history in detail of how South Africa, 1994 to 2000, 2008, 2009, the country goes up like this. Growth rates reach 6%. From 2009 goes the opposite direction. Doesn't cause by undocumented immigrants. The people who caused that, like, look at it, that decline, they are laughing in the corner there. Because we're pointing not at them, but we're pointing somewhere else. It's wrong. So it's a problem the South Africans must deal with. Now I'm raising it in the context, Master of Ceremonies, this, that. You can imagine what the person in Guinea-Conakry says. That I now say to this Guinea-Conakry who was walking the streets of Johannesburg, go home. They don't understand it. And the reason they don't understand it is because during the course of the struggle, the continent came to own South Africa. It's very, very much South African. This South African struggle was not just a South African struggle, it was their struggle. So, one prediction I will make. The Africans will continue to come to South Africa. That's my 42. You can't change the hearts and the minds of this African. It's a particular frame of mind with regard to South Africa which they help to liberate. What we as South Africans have got to do is to say, how do we deal with this? You are not going to solve the problem of unemployment here by shouting against undocumented Africans. And leave the culprits. The culprits are sitting here. I can even tell you their names. But we're pointing fingers at the wrong people and people are shouting, shouting, shouting. I'm saying that there's a regression that's taken place. That sense of African integration that we had 25 years ago, I think has receded. Why? I don't know. But that's a question that we must ask and answer.
Driven out all those Africans from your country, are you sure that crime rate will be zero? Are you sure that the unemployment crisis in your country will immediately vanish? No, it will not. Rather, our solution is more integration, to come together, to love each other more, to believe in our product, believe in our innovation, purchase our goods, merge, form partnerships, and work together towards the economic emancipation of our continent. That is what we should be doing. And as we see the incredible acceptance of Ukrainian refugees and that beautiful story. The international community has forgotten that the biggest displacement is not Ukrainians leaving Ukraine. It's what is going on in Sudan, where over 14 million Sudanese are displaced. Have you heard any African country say that Sudanese, you are welcome, come join us? We're coming up with special integration policies for you. The last time I checked, it was only His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama who sent special aid, relief items to the people of Sudan on behalf of the government and people of Ghana. And he did not only do that for the Sudanese, he did that for the Jamaicans during Hurricane Melissa, did that for the Cubans, and also did that for the Palestinian people. Ghana's new foreign policy is consciously demonstrating to the world that you don't need to have so much to have a heart, to be caring, to be kind, and to have fellow feeling for our common humanity. You don't need to have excess. You don't need to have so much. All you need is a heart. All you need is to be kind. All you need is to have fellow feeling. And that is what this continent needs at this time. Not driving out fellow Africans. Fellow Africans are not the problem. What we need is the strategic leadership, the vision to integrate, to work together, to love each other, and to attain the promise of political and economic liberation. The government of Ghana feels very strongly about this. And we hope that moving forward, we are not going to see any xenophobia and any Afrophobia anywhere. And that is why Ghana has specially petitioned the African Union to take this matter up at its next mid-year coordinating meeting to be held in June in Egypt. And we hope that African leaders will boldly confront this matter and that we will work together, hand in hand, to resolve our common challenges with love and not with hatred, because hatred only destroys. Hatred does not build.
They do pay taxes. So where is your argument that you are the ones that are paying taxes and people are using it for free? Do you know the amount of money you have lost by closing those shops in South Africa? Do you know the amount of money you make out of the foreigners that are in South Africa? How they are contributing to your economic growth? How they are contributing to your economic growth? Sometimes when you listen to some of them when they speak, you just get to understand that something is not adding up. And like he told you, a lot of African countries helped you. South Africa didn't get its independence the way you think that nobody helped you. Like Jacinta will come and sit down and be throwing dust into the eyes of her own people. That nobody helped you. We only helped Mandela. That should tell you that things are not adding up. And people just don't know what is actually happening in their country. This is pure ego on the part of these leaders who are leading this march on march. Because that time, your president Mandela was the leader who takes control over what was happening in that time. So whatever thing that will be given to you, the South Africans, must be given through your president. It's just like Cyril Ramaphosa sitting down taking decisions on your behalf. So if something is given to Cyril Ramaphosa in the name of your country or for your development, that doesn't mean that it was given to only Cyril Ramaphosa, but Cyril Ramaphosa will take it on your behalf to use it for what you are supposed to do. If you are saying that they never helped you at that time, it was Mandela, where were you at that time? Who knows your parents? The freedom fighters who were fighting for your liberation were the people that can give whatever that they have to give to them. And it was as a result of the help and all the things that they had. That was why today you can sit and tell us that you fought for your liberation. Do you know how they fight for liberation? Do you understand that? So we need to understand that we are not your problem, South Africans. As much as you are trying to not listen to what people are saying and you are bent on chasing everybody out, If we start doing that to you, your brothers and sisters are all over Africa. So if we start doing that to you, how would you feel? That their livelihood, their everything will just be taken away from them just a day, and then they come back home with nothing. How would you feel? Besides, even the people who are in South Africa, look at what they are making out of the foreigners. Some of them have created employment for your brothers and sisters in South Africa. And yet you sit there and say foreigners haven't done anything, to the point that you are calling your black South Africans who are rising to fight against what you are doing not to be patriotic. Patriotic in which way? When you are fighting the wrong people. How do you expect people to be patriotic? Our brothers and sisters will continue to tell you, you are fighting the wrong people. We are not the reason to which you are living in slums. You are living in slums because you don't control the land. How much of the portion of the land in South Africa do you owe as a black person? Over 80% is owned by the people who are oppressing you. And you sit there and tell us we are the reason to which you are living in slums. You just need to wake up, because the time for you to know what is actually happening is now. We are the only ones that can set ourselves free. United we stand, divided we fall, and united we keep standing forever and ever. The greatest enemy of the African is mental slavery. So let's colonize ourselves from mental slavery. Let's keep sharing to educate our brothers and sisters. Together we'll make Africa great for ourselves and the next generations that are going to come. So that's the latest around the world in Africa, Southern Africa, and in South Africa.